is the Better Life, Better Work show, and I'm your host, Allison Crow. I'm an intuitive life and business coach here to help you create better life and better work. I help super successful people, the recovering overachievers, put the soul back in their lives, and I help soulful people create success. On this show, topics range from the mystic to the logistic, and our content will support your being and your doing while on your path to create better life and better work. More is not better. Better is better. Hey, amazing podcast listeners. This is episode number 76. And I need a little grace today. I had a mishap with my microphone stand, and I believe this accidentally recorded from my desktop mic instead of my fancy schmancy mic. And right now, as I'm recording this, my brother is texting me about his baby being born, although it's not being born yet. Yeah, so exciting news in the Crow household. I'm super excited to become an aunt again. And it's fascinating. This week's topic is about what do you need to release as 2019 closes. And I find it very interesting in my own personal life and my family. The matriarch of our family, my Aunt Joanne, who I give so much credit to for putting technology and computers and the internet in my life at a very early age, way before anybody did. She was an information technology PhD teacher at the University of Texas. And she's an amazing woman. And as we speak, she is passing. Kind of passively dying, not actively dying, but she's had Alzheimer's and had no recognition of anybody in our family for the last few years. And we're expecting her death sometime soon. But as with all things around death, we have no idea the hour or the time. But it's a very reflective time for our family because, especially as Crow kids, always felt really cared for by Aunt Joanne. And so as Aunt Joanne is making her transition to the other side, my brother, Cameron Crow, is bringing his first child into this side. And so sending love to Cam and Kat as they welcome the actually first Crow baby. We've had, my sisters have had children, but this is the first baby in the boy line to be arriving, and we expect arrival any day now. And so I can't help but notice the going out and the coming in. And so today's episode is about that. I think you'll really enjoy it. There's also a card pull. It's a high energy. I'm feeling passionate. I'm feeling alive. I'm feeling sassy and spicy. And I just am feeling the love and connection of my audience and my clients. It's so easy sometimes to forget that there are human beings behind all this. And I want to thank Stacy for reminding me of that in one of her Instagram stories, that there are human beings behind our emails. There are human beings listening to this right now. There are human beings on the other side of social media. And that activates my heart. So with that, here is this week's episode. What do you need to release as you move into 2019? Oh, no, that's not it. What do you need to release as 2019 ends? Welcome, replay viewers. You are usually the only ones to see this. If you are a replay viewer, hit that like button, that love button, and toss me an emoji and hashtag replay in the comments. And I want you to know I appreciate you. Hey, I was walking this morning. Actually, yesterday felt very sassy. Today felt very sassy. And I think I let go of something. I haven't figured out what it is, but it might be another layer of a filter. Hi, Paula. How are you feeling today? I hope you are letting go of sickness. Vicky, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is about interacting with you. You. What are you releasing, Paula, this full moon in this decade? What are you willing to let go of? Hi, Vicki. What are you willing to let go of? I know y'all have big elections today. I said a little prayer for highest and best. Damn, I'm releasing my attachment to politics, yet I'm still caring. Hello, Lydia. Good to see you, honey. You've been looking darling online. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're here, say hi. Maybe I'll pull a card from my new deck, but not yet. I want to talk about what we are releasing. What are you releasing? And the reason it's important that we release before we create is it creates energetic space. I cannot remember who I saw talking about it. There's my lover, Billy Flynn. I cannot remember yesterday at like 5 a.m. I was looking at Instagram stories and somebody was talking about integrity. And it was like integrity of mind, integrity of heart, integrity of all kinds of things. I'm releasing expectations and attachment. Awesome. And what I love, so this goes along with that, is I was thinking the word alignment. Hi, Tracy Lee. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you. So I was thinking about instead of integrity, alignment. Like we can have mental alignment, we can have energetic alignment, we can have emotional alignment, we can have spiritual alignment, we can have business and relationship alignment. I'll probably be thinking a little bit more about that because I love that topic. And a lot of times to have alignment, we have to release either baggage or old habits. And I think one of the biggest, I wrote something, let me see what I said on my Facebook page. It came up in my memories and I posted it as a new comment. So always check your Facebook memories. I bet you have great content and either share it or copy and paste it, repurpose your content, little marketing tidbit for you. So, hi, Brookie. I love this. Y'all, releasing, unbecoming, releasing self and self expectations. Oh my gosh, there's so much judgment. Can you imagine if we release self-judgment, what we could go forward with? That's what I think I'm releasing, a whole nother layer of like, give no fucks. I care so much, I give no fucks. So I wrote this. What if what you want to create requires a different Larry Scheller? What if what you want requires a completely different level of showing up in your life? Like, what do you have to release? What do you have to unbecome? I'm unbecoming and releasing the person who XYZ and becoming the person that XYZ is. What do you have to believe about yourself? Who will you have to become? And y'all, I have something very embarrassing to admit. Except for I don't care if you judge me or not. I spent quite a bit of time on TikTok yesterday. I know, I'm almost 50 years old and I spent at least 2 hours on TikTok. First of all, I have totally learned how to cook. In all my life, nothing has taught me how to cook so well as TikTok. Second of all, there is some weird shit on TikTok. Third of all, I have fallen in love with Gary Vee all over again. So when Gary Vee, I don't know, can't even say way, but like 3 or 4 years ago, Gary Vee was way too much for me in the sense that I felt like he was all about the hustle. And I'm so not about, I'm all about like, we can do hard things. Let's work hard. Let's create ease in the working hard. I love a little bit of challenge. I'm all for that. And hi, Linda. Vicki, it's addictive, and I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm just kind of all over the place, but as you come in the room, let me know what you're releasing this full moon and this decade. Like, declare something for yourself. And I was watching different things about like why he's on TikTok and some of his content. And I really like that he is about happiness. And the other thing I like that he's really about now is like, somebody asked him, y'all will get this. I don't even know who Gary Vee is. Paula, I'll share some good stuff with you. He produces so much content and his philosophy is like produce 18 things a day and the algorithms will sort it out. But one of the things I saw yesterday that just felt so good, I think I saved it and I'll find a way to share it. But somebody asked him, why does he cuss so much? And he's like, from my mind to my heart, out my mouth. That's how I think. I think in the F word, right? Like, And he was talking about that. And he says, this is me just being all of me with my personality with no filter. And I don't need you to like me. And I don't care if you hate me. And a lot of his content that I saw yesterday was about releasing judgment of yourself. Let other people, don't worry about whether people like you or hate you. And you just go forward. And I will tell you, over the few years, this becoming like, the woman that I'm becoming has no filter. Clearly, y'all know. I told my clients yesterday on a coaching call that I sneezed in Walmart and tingled my pants. I mean, I have no filter. What is the point of being polite to be acceptable in society? All I care is that I love and accept myself. And when I love and accept myself, whether I cuss too much, no matter what I weigh, the fact that I am both an amazing and crazy coach, I work too much, whatever it is, when I love and accept it, I am on fire. And I am feeling in this place of just loving the craziness that is me. And when I can give that to you and give you permission to be another layer of you, then we're literally energized. And when we're when we're giving ourselves permission to love ourselves and be who we authentically express. Now, I'm not saying, hopefully your authentic expression isn't running around and telling people that they're horrible human beings. But self-judgment is stopping so much of our creativity. It stops us in our tracks. And creativity, I'm not talking just about painting. I'm talking about how you create your life. There was a girl this morning this was amazing. I shared the link on Instagram stories. One of the things I saw this morning from Gary Vee was some girl was like, do you think I'm burned out? I've sold real estate for 18 months. And she's like, is burnout a thing? And he goes, you're bored. So quit and do something else. And I really want us to be aware of where we're holding on to an expectation that is out of alignment with who we are. Amanda Serra says, releasing the ideas and expectations of where I am versus where I thought I'd be. Oh, hell yeah, girl. If you're where you thought you'd be, you wouldn't know where you're going. So thank goodness you're not there yet. Releasing past toxic relationships. Oh my gosh, I have to do that too. Releasing habits that no longer serve me and releasing all my fucks, right? Like, did you see little Lizzo carrying around her, like Lizzo carried a purse about this big and they were all asking her at these awards, like, what's her purse? And she's like, this is how many fucks I give. And there is tremendous, when you care so much about yourself and your well-being, and that spills over. It doesn't mean you don't care about anybody else. It actually means you care about the people you care about even better. You literally begin to give no fucks. That's what it means. It's that you care so much about who you are, who Spirit created you to be, your unique personality, your unique gifts, that you overflow with love and blessing everywhere in your life. And so now here's the other thing. A lot of times that comes in layers. And so let it come in layers. What's another layer of expectation? Expectation, self-judgment, clearing regrets. Oh, girl, no such thing as regrets. Like, I want to laugh at all the things that I should regret. I don't regret them. They made me so fucking delicious and juicy. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I just want you to think about, what are you releasing? Last night was the full moon. P.S. I'm on baby watch. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot, but my brother and his gal are having a baby, and we want him to be born today on the full moon. He'll be born whenever he's born. But releasing, what are we releasing that no longer serves us? Amanda, I think you said the one, like, where we think we should be. Oh my gosh, where we think we should be. And what when we're looking over our shoulder, instead of where we, like, why am I not here yet? We are missing where we're going. We're missing where we're going. And I think where we're going until the day we die is so exciting. So those of you that come in the room, what are you releasing? What are you releasing, and who do you want to become? I realized this was new for me. I talked about this a little bit the other day, but this year I didn't set money goals. I really did not set many goals. I set a goal of who I needed to become in order to create that which I wanted. And as I meditated on that and pondered on that, I realized not I should be a woman who does this, but I am becoming a woman who allows high-level help. And I'll be darned if I look up and in 6 months, I am a woman who allows high-level help, who does not try to control it, who likes it, who, when it doesn't go the way she actually thinks it is, she has normal conversations about, could you make this change? I allow high-level help. And do you know that high-level help has propelled things? Letting go of control and allowing somebody to do something better than me has launched me beyond my goals. And so I'm playing with who am I becoming in 2020? Who am I becoming in the next decade? Now, here's another fun one. When I think about what I'm letting go of, y'all, Sarah Vanderwerf Zara Paravar. What's up, woman? So this is fun. You know, we are at the end of a decade. So a decade ago, in 2010, I was a MAPS coach for coaches or a realtor coach. I can't remember, 7, 8, 9. So I was a MAPS coach. I coached coaches. 10 years before that, I was married to another man and I was sick over New Year's Eve in Keystone, Colorado. 10 years before that, I was a kindergarten teacher. And 10 years before that, I was graduated from high school, and in my first, it was my senior year of high school. I graduated in 1990 from high school. And so it's fascinating to look back at these decades of this woman that I have become and what I have released. I have released friends that judge me for getting a divorce. I have released people who passively, aggressively take from me. I have released unwillingly. I didn't want to release my husband, my first husband, but it worked out so good. I have released becoming a people pleaser. I have released religions that told me that I was wrong for being who I am. I have released political beliefs. I have released economic fears. I have released in layers of releasing my racism, my inherent racism. I am releasing, there's so many things that I've just become a different woman, being willing to so many changes in 10 years. Right. And so this is, you can do it at any time, but I forget. It's so funny. I don't even think 10 years into the future. And so sometimes, what's up, AP, Norma? Welcome. If you're here, tell me what you're releasing this full moon and this decade. And what I love is that every day I'm becoming more me. I can't even imagine the woman that I will be in 10 years. All I know is that my trajectory is good. The direction of my arrow feels alive and free. Hey. The direction of my arrow feels wild and free. Here's what's funny. Look at this. Y'all see this little lefty cup? This cup, my glasses, somewhere on here it says the year. It was made in Atlanta, Georgia at Art 101, copyright 1984. This cup was given to me about 1984 because I'm left-handed and I used to keep pencils in it and makeup in it on my high school counter, and I still one of my favorite cups. But it's such a, it's like I will always be left-handed. But I've also let go of so many things that are not me. What's up, Hank AV? Releasing smallness. Is that a thing? I think absolutely it's a thing, Amy. Hold on. I'll be right back. It's totally a thing, right? And smallness is another form, before you got here, Amy, of self-judgment. Like, we don't have room to take up space. Bullshit. I'll take up some space, motherfuckers. And I'll invite you to take up some space. Do you know how much space there is in the space of our universe? I'm releasing being heavy and serious. Oh my gosh, Angela, I love that for you. Embracing being light and carefree, joyous, enjoying people in life. That's one of the reasons I'm really resonating with Gary Vee right now, is that happiness. Like and he said, so this girl that was talking, I was talking earlier, she's like, oh, I think I have burnout. He's like, why are we making everything so heavy? Why are we making everything so heavy? You're just bored. You're not in burnout. And there's a range, but like some of it is the way we see the world. And if we're constantly seeing the world as, now I want to say something kind of controversial, because I do believe in allowing ourselves to experience the range of emotions. I am not all positive, all happy. I saw a thing this morning, actually it froze on my TV, but like Reese Witherspoon was like, let out your shrew. I used to be embarrassed that people call me a shrew. No, it's my fucking leadership. He is so spot on lately. The heavy is my old story, being a victim. Ooh, Angela, go watch the replay of Life Call yesterday. We had 2 major sessions, and it's true. It's like, it's so much easier to be irritated with other people than realize we're being a victim. Right? And we're moping, life is heavy, life is not working. Life is hard, y'all. And we can create ease. One of the things I'm playing with my clients, it sounds really disrespectful, but being really playful and loving and humorous about our dark shit. Like, it's fucking funny. Nobody escapes death. Nobody escapes their parents dying. Nobody escapes their pets dying. Nobody escapes politics and religion and war. We just don't escape these things, right? They are both and to life. And so the more that we can bring in range, oh my God, I'm releasing narrow mind, right? Narrow mind makes me heavy. And one of the things I tell my clients too is, like if we're narrow, look at what my body does. It literally crushes my heart. And the more that I have range in my belief and my ideas and my willingness to experience the world, my heart is open. Not to mention I have a really cute jacket, but my heart is open and my chest cavity is open and my lungs can breathe. And this is remember that little thing, like, I love you this much, the hug of life. And if we can let life live through us and we reciprocate by giving back to the life that is living through us, holy fucking shit. No one is going to escape the hard stuff and the heavy stuff. But you're exactly right, Angela. Like, at some point, let me pick and choose what I will let be heavy in my life. What is useful to allow that it's heavy? Angela, if you want to steal mine, one of my words, actually, it's become a life mantra. It's one of these things I might tattoo on my body. I want to have an open heart. Like, one of my words is always open heart. My words for this year are open heart, slow tango, big profit. And opening my heart. I want to release having a closed heart. And here's what's interesting. I experienced way more pain and resentment and rejection when my heart was closed. I experienced way more misery when my heart was closed and protected. And the more I open it, I'm not going to say there wasn't some learning curve to learn how to process and feel and experience all that life has for me. And having an open heart, I remember that I'm resilient. Right? Your resiliency is your security, you guys. Let life love through us, right? Love and live. Both, Vicky. Let life love through us and live through us. Open heart, slow tango, big profit. I used to feel, I remember last January in a psychic channeled medium circle that I went to with some girlfriends. I worked with this woman, channeled my pets, and I had a few channeling sessions with her before. And, I go and I have this opportunity and all I can think about is my business. And so I'm like, all right, I'm sorry that I'm not wanting to talk to my dead relatives. Maybe it's because I already do talk to my dead relatives, but I just like, I'm here. So I'm talking about my business, and my guides came through and were like, of course you're talking about your business. This is your soul work. This is your baby. This is your life. This is your gift. And it's not a direction. It's something that feeds me and gives me life and gives you life and creates connection and love and meaning. So I released feeling guilty about working on Christmas Day, because work for me is play. Thinking about these things, talking about these things, going through my, resilience. I mean, this idea that we have to be positive and happy all the time is very different from, so like Angela, the heaviness is this, when we make ourselves be happy all the time, when we make ourselves be positive, that feels heavy. But if we would just kind of like open up and loosey-goosey, imagine floating on my friend Isabel uses the analogy of a river. Man, and if you are going upstream, you're going to get beat. But if you just float, my dad used to teach me that when we would water ski. If you're going to fall, relax your body when you fall. Relax your body when you fall. You will fall. You will fall in this life. And how can we open up to the falling? We recover quicker. We're more resilient. We have way less resentment, right? And I tell you what, carrying around resentment, carrying around bitterness, carrying around worry and anxiety, it is not worth it. There's so many other fun things to carry around. How about carry around the little Lizzo purse of give no fucks? It's really fun. And now remember, give no fucks doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care so much you are not going to be bothered by the shit that weighs you down. That little purse, not heavy, right? So if your purse or your bag is heavy, I want you to clean it out. If your closet is heavy, I want you to clean it out. Create space for yourself so that you can create energetical, emotional, physical, spiritual life business. Relax your body when you fall. Wisdom from Chris Crow. All right, y'all ready for some cards? Let's pull some cards. I have a new deck. This is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. So I'm going to pull, what time is it? 9:30? I will pull 3 cards. 3 cards. Should we turn this into a podcast? Should we? How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about me turning my lives into my podcast? Oh, the other thing I want to know, energetically, it's true. It's all energetics, baby. One of the things I want to know from you guys, what do you want to hear about? What helps you? What motivates you? What gets you into action? Releasing emotional and spiritual compression of fear, resentment, regret. Oh, Sarah, thank you. Thank you for bringing that and sharing your heart. I'm here for that. Vicki, is that a special limited edition? No, I don't think so. Kim Carnes. Right? Great podcast topic. Awesome. We'll turn this into a podcast. So podcast viewers, listeners, hi. That was one of the other things. I was listening to an old podcast I did the other day, and in it I was like, this is from a live video. It's my podcast. I can do whatever I want. What if I give no fucks, right? Like, do it how I want. Mine came in a black box. I don't know. I got mine on Amazon. Maybe you have an early edition. Love it. They're beautiful cards. I know the art on them. All right. So asking spirit for my people, the wisdom that will touch their hearts. The wisdom does not come from the cards. The wisdom comes from you in your heart, your spirit. You are the god or goddess. You are the spirit that has the wisdom. And all these cards do are tools to activate what you know is true in you. The cards are not powerful without you. Without you, do you realize this? Like, some people are so worried about oracle cards. Oracle cards no different than flipping open your Bible. Without you, they're just paper in a box. And they are an expression of this artist. But the power is in you, what's activated in you. And so today we're talking about releasing and becoming. And so I'm asking Spirit to help us activate our releasing and becoming. Check in with yourself. I'm going to pull 3 cards. There's number 1. There's number 2. I realize that some of you may not hang out forever. There's number 3. And we shall see. Aha! Okay, who are my number 1 people? Number 1 people. I love this. Okay, I guess I could find a book. What did I do with, oh, there's the book. Under my piles of stuff. Okay. First card, hummingbird. What I love, these are really short readings too. Hummingbird. It's an air sign. Okay. Hummingbird. And what's interesting is there is now, you have to find there's no page numbers. I don't think. Yeah, no, there's not. So give me just a second. Okay, hummingbird. Y'all ready? The number 1 people. Positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. You're resourceful. Y'all remember that? This is the number 1 rule of coaching. Like the very first, not just rule, but ethics of coaching is the client is resourceful. If you, right now, if you remembered that you were an amazing problem solver and resourceful, how would things change? If you could remember, it's almost like that's it, we're done. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and do this, but think about that for a second. If you remembered that you were resourceful mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, you're financially resourceful. Do you realize that? You're creatively resourceful. You're relationally resourceful. How does the worldview shift for you? You can solve any problem. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to those sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. What are your sources of nectar? And return daily. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet and every moment worth savoring. When in balance, you're smart, curious, and you love to learn. When you're out of balance, you're pushy, insistent, and sharp. To bring into balance, take a class. Remember how resilient you are. Okay, that was card number 1. Here's card number 2. Oh, bitches, y'all gonna love this shit. Phoenix rising. What a perfect time of the year. Phoenix. Ooh, that light is a little bright. There we go. Let's see. Phoenix. Phoenix. Ooh, the universal cards. Spirit cards. Okay. Message from Spirit. Spirit card. Phoenix. Freedom. I love it. This is a releasing cards. Release your forgetting that you're resilient. Oh my God. Phoenix rising. Right, Angela? Phoenix. Freedom from suffering. Those of you who are suffering, I want you to decide today to lay down your suffering. If your suffering is useful, your dog died? Yeah, go ahead and grieve for a few days. Grieve for however long it takes. But don't drag outdated, moldy suffering around with you. Release it. Freedom from suffering, past karma, reincarnation. So this is what I love. We were talking about this early. Reinvention. There is no, I have reinvented. I'm like Madonna, but much better looking. I have reinvented myself so many, and I haven't gotten paid. Well, I have gotten paid for my reinvention. I reinvent myself all the time. Okay, the Phoenix represents the transformation of our past, right? Oh, it doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. In Phoenix, the Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Farah. The burning of impurities through practice and dedication. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we've been suffering too long and something must change. Resonating with the beginning of this conversation today? We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. Little plug for coaching here. This is what coaching helps you do. This is what life coaching helps you do. Business coaching is, most people are actually business consulting and strategy, but life coaching helps you see your unconscious mind and how you're moving in it. Yes, if you'd like to become my client, message me. I'll show you how you could do that for $222 a month. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit. I'm so not afraid to ask you to be my client because I offer the best shit there is out there. At this moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit and the great bird helps us burn baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge as the stagnancy continues to smolder. The phoenix lifts our spirits up and up and up. Listen to this. And we begin to recognize ourselves again. My job is to help you remember who you are. Remember who you are. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign. The fire of transformation is up on your wings. Oh, love it. Okay. And there's a little bonus here. Phoenix in the first chakra. So your first chakra is your root chakra. It is at the base of your spine and your perineum. The ancient yogis believe that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. Family shit. Tribal shit. Right? There's also good stuff. There's also, we can also focus on the blessings we've gotten. But this earthen center is called Buladhara as our root. The ascent of the phoenix begins at the root. It begins with releasing old baggage. Oh, beautiful. Helping clients do that yesterday. It was so good. Just really challenging because it's so hard. We want to grip to it because it's what we know, but releasing it. Okay, let me complete a sentence. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karma is slowly burned, it rises from the ash towards the navel center. The navel center is your seat of power. Again and again, it makes this journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. So imagine this loop going from first to second creative chakra, and then the third chakra of embodiment. The third chakra is about doing. The second chakra is about creating. The first chakra is about root, tribe, family, roots. Like just imagine all those deep roots. Imagine those deep roots. And we have got to create new ones and then do something differently. Good shit. Okay, card 3. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I love it. This is totally going to be the next episode of the podcast. You're going to want to listen all over again. You're going to want to listen to this like 20 times before the end of the new year because you've got some shit to release between now and the beginning. And here's what, I don't know. Somebody look up for me. What day is the new moon? What day is the new moon? Do you know when the new moon is coming up? Because if we're at full moon now, in about 15 days is going to be the new moon. So full moon is for releasing. New moon is for starting. You got 15 days, baby, to purge, right? To release. Allow yourself to release in layers. You don't have to vomit it all out once. Okay, here we go. Y'all are going to love this. I cannot believe this. So this one is an earth card. No, this one is a fire card. I think. This is a lizard. Lizard. What do you think when you hear lizard? Okay, so let me find this because this is in the desert, which means fire, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, all the rest are earth. Okay. Ooh. No, these are water animals. I'm sorry. I didn't think of lizard as a water animal. My deck is new. I'm learning. Oh, no, I was right. It is a fire animal. I was like, what? Okay, lizard. You all ready? Card number 3. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle dreamer. Lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. So I want to make a connection for you if you haven't made it. You were born with ESP. You were born with extrasensory perception. You are born with acute intuition. And from the moment the world comes out and weighs you and says, you're in this percentile and you weigh this month, you are given a label, you are a boy or a girl, the world starts telling you who you are. And most of the world does not tell you from the moment you were born. They say, oh, you're so cute. You're such a good baby. You're such a this or that. They do not say you were wise and intuitive and you should trust yourself. Your little brain and your little spirit and your little heart are so connected. And so what's interesting, as we release the layers of what are not us, we remember our acute intuition. Those of you that have just come in the room, you are going to want to replay and watch this whole thing. Trust me, this is amazing shit for you. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, I'm totally a lizard, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. Think about that. Big crowds, lots of travel, overstimulation, all those external things, y'all, will drain you of your essence. It's really important, like the hummingbird, to go back to the well that nourishes you. This card is an invitation to pull back from the bright lights, big city, and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. So here's what happens when you release this baggage. When you decide to release what it is you want to release, what your spirit is calling you to release, then don't immediately fill it back up. Go within. It is winter. The 21st is the winter solstice. Allow there to be a hibernation. Pull back from the bright lights and big city before you begin to create again. Before you begin to create again, don't rush it. This is what slow tango is about. Slow to speed up. Pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, you are artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, you are elusive, non-committal, and flaky. To bring into balance, do a creative project. We tend to get uncomfortable and want to fill that hole. You're exactly right, Vicki Hemming. We want to fill that hole. So our 3 cards today were perfect for our topic. Oh, there will be hibernation. Jennifer Gorchenko, I love it. So our 3 cards today were hummingbird. Go to the nectar that fills your soul. Phoenix. Rising, which means put down the baggage that is no longer useful. Put down, if it is causing you suffering, you ever, I have this bag that I carry. When I fill it up and I carry it for the first 5 minutes, it's fine, it's useful. But after carrying it, it doesn't feel good anymore. Put it down. Let the embers burn and then rise up between your root and your 3rd chakra. And then the last one is the lizard. Just reminding you that you need some hibernation time. It is an amazing card pool. Here's why it's amazing. Because of you guys. You guys. and gals. You're resilient. You're the decider. You're capable. You are a problem solver. One of my clients yesterday was just like, I'm so tired of having to solve problems. I'm like, can you imagine the opposite? First of all, no problems to solve is boring. Second of all, you're a problem solver, and that's fucking huge. That's an amazing gift. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with me. And as always, I want to invite you to come and spend more time with me, spend time with my community. I want to invite all of you to become a member of Soulful Success. It is an online coaching membership. We have offline opportunities and in-person opportunities, but it is not an information membership. There is a library and resources if you want to go into the library, by all means. But it is connection and inspiration and ideas and support and strategy and sometimes just love. And every once in a while, happy fucking hour. So thank you. I see a lot of my soulies here today. Love that you are here. www.coachwithallison.com. Thank you for spending time with me. And thank you all for being a part. Card number 2, freedom, lightness, rebirth, and reinvention. I'm glad you got something today. Take it and listen to your inner whisper about what to do with it. I can't tell you to go do something with it, but listen to your inner whisper. I got this insight. What would you have me? How would you have me embody? How would you have me take this insight from my intellect and my heart and my spirit and actually embody it into the world or into my life or into my relationships or into my business or into my health? I love you. Yes, I am your favorite life coach. Thank you, Jennifer. Peace and love to you guys. Bye-bye. Thanks again for listening. And I want to invite you to spend time personally with me in 2020. As I reflect back on the end of the year, I cannot help but be amazed at the community and container and coaching that happens in Soulful Success. I know that there are a lot of things out there vying for your attention, for your money, for your time, for your commitment. And I truly believe that this program that is now in its 3rd year is something that can really support you in your life and business. Not just with access to me personally, personal live coaching from me, our community members and the bonds that are built there and the collaboration and support that happens in that room and outside of that room. As one of my clients said this morning, she's only been in the program 3 months. And at some point she did send me the numbers about, how much her business has increased. But she said, all I know is that because I take care of my state inside this container, my state keeps taking care of me and my business. And she has taken care of both her inner world state, her community state, and her business strategy state. I love seeing people use and get this program for what my heart intended it. And I couldn't be more excited to go into year 3 and I'm stumbling over my words like Sally Field at the Oscars, but I want to invite you to join us. The doors open December 22nd. The reason I open and close the doors is I don't want to think about selling all the time. I want to be spending time and serving. And so we do these little pockets of door openings. I have a new client that she came in about 8 weeks ago through a class, and she said, I missed the last one. I thought about it too much, and I wish I had jumped sooner. And she came in, and she was so glad that she came in. And so I know a lot of you think, you overthink things. Some of you jump in fast, and some of you think. And I want to encourage you to come and jump full into Soulful Success. At least give it a freaking try. It's a month-to-month membership. Yes, many of my clients are starting their third year. Yes, many of my clients are in their second year. Yes, I have clients that have been in for 6 months, and I have some that have been in for 8 weeks. And so I want to encourage you. We will welcome you with open arms. If you are a previous member and would like to rejoin, that is welcome too. This is where I give my heart and my time and my energy. And if you have enjoyed the podcast and the craziness and the humanness and the inner wisdom and outer strategy, I would like to invite you to go to www.coachwithallison.com. That would take you to the waitlist and the invitation page. You can actually scroll down past the wait list after you join the wait list and scroll down and see a little bit more of the details. But here's the thing. The details are schmeetails. That's not what's going to enroll your heart. We don't need more information. We need connection, we need inspiration, and we need implementation so that you can create the life and business that you want. I'll see you on the inside.
My name's Michelle Stevens. I'm an engineer and a writer and a member of Soulful Success. Being a soulie has completely shown me the possibilities of what I can create in my life. Being part of that tribe has given me the encouragement and support of so many amazing members. It's helped me to see old patterns and old stories that don't serve me and help me to create new ones in order to help create the life that I desire. The support of the tribe is just amazing. I've done a lot of things in my life during my time with Soulful Success that I probably would not have before. I went on an adventure, sold everything I owned, traveled the country in a little camper for 15 months, and really started creating the life that I want to have. The support of the Soulies and Soulful Success, and of course of Allison herself, has just had such a huge impact on me that today I feel like I am truly creating the life that I desire, and not only creating it, but enjoying it and letting go of old stories and creating new ones that are joyful and help me have more love in my life, more joy, more happiness, and continue to create that which I desire. Soulful Success is an amazing program. It's an amazing tribe, and Allison is just an amazing coach. She is there to give you either the tough love or the very tender and gentleness that you need in any given moment, and to help you see things for yourself in a different way. I'm so thankful for Soulful Success and Allison, because today my life is vastly different, and I am vastly happier as I continue to create this life with the help of that tribe and with the help of Allison.
Hello, I am Carolina Perez, and I am a soulie. Oh my God, finally I am a soulie. After years of following Allison Crow, I became a soulie. Just 3 months ago, I arrived to Allison's door, online, digital door, and I was knocking on her door saying, hey, I am that person that guides other people to upgrade their self-love and update their perception about how comfortable they are with power in life through the Reiki practice. So as a Reiki mentor, I'm always guiding others. But I needed to be guided at that moment. I needed someone to talk to. I needed someone to hear me, because I was feeling I was diluting my message as a spiritual guide, as a Reiki mentor, and as a transformational coach. I needed to find a home. And in the Soulful Success program, I found my home. Just 3 months ago, I arrived after many months of being frozen, totally paralyzed. My business was doing great this year. And all of a sudden, I experienced a personal situation in which my mom was diagnosed with an illness that it's a mental illness, and that affected me greatly. I felt my whole life just stop. And then my business started to get affected. I needed to remember that only great leaders look for guidance and support from other great leaders. What I didn't know is that Allison Crow had so many amazing leaders in this group. This is not the regular, normal, coachy, shitty, do this, do that group. No, my God. When I arrived, I had this beautiful surprise of seeing that I was going to have so much contact. In a week, I have between 2 to 3 calls with the group. One call is for dealing with business, getting very clear about what we're going to be doing that week. What vision, what issue if I need to be coached, I can actually get coached live in that call. I can hear others with their own questions and answer things that I wouldn't even dare or know how to ask because I'm not there yet, but because they are asking those questions. I get the benefit of understanding the business side of my dream, of my mission, from so many different perspectives. I have never seen a leader like Allison. She's composed, she's loving, she's raw. She will fucking rock your heart and your ass both. Because when you arrive there, there is no BS. You dare to show yourself with your real doubts and problems and issues in each call, and you get real answers, real directive, real steps. And also you have the benefit of having so many other professionals that have so many different points of view and experiences that can only add up to that clarification, to that answer that I was looking for. And then each week I have another call that is dealing with life. Because in that call, oh my God, in that call is where I take care of my state. So my state take care of me. In that other call, my soul and my heart gets clear on what it is that my message, that my purpose, that my mission, that what is it that really makes me happy. So the more happy I am, the better the business does. And then every now and then, you'll have some magic call, some wizard school, something extra. But each month is full of 2 to 3 contact calls each week, which for me was a super surprise. I've never seen something like that. When I arrived 3 months ago, because of a personal tragedy, my mom was diagnosed with dementia. As a spiritual guide, as a Reiki mentor, as a transformational coach, I just knew I needed support and help to digest the transition of understanding how to relate to a new person, an unknown territory that I was starting to step into with a mother that has a mental illness. That in just a few months, the change was brutal. So a few months before arriving to the Soulful Success program, I had stopped. I felt frozen. I felt like I had nothing to give or say anymore. Wow. What a surprise. In just the first week of seeing Allison's force, of feeling Allison's faith and confidence in who she could see I was. Because at that moment, I was not seeing myself anymore. It was Allison who was serving as the reflection, the mirror, the image of what I needed to see about myself. And in just 1 week, after months of being paralyzed, exactly almost 4 fucking months of being paralyzed, of only dealing with the minimum clients that I already had, not one new client. Because my heart, my soul couldn't deal with my business. And because when I started, the first call that I arrived to was the life coaching call, my heart started feeling strong. I saw that I was not alone. There are a lot of strong leaders out there, just like Allison, just like me, just like each one of us soulies, that need to feed the soul, to nurture the heart, to support the inside, so we can go outside in our business and be as big, as successful as we were meant to be. So in that first call, I started to take care of my state. My state totally transformed. In 2 days after that first call, 2 days after, I had my first business coaching call as part of the group, because you have different calls. That was a Wednesday. I started on a Monday. By Wednesday, I had my second call. By Thursday, I had, oh my God, let that sink in. By Thursday, 4 days before, I had my highest paying client in 5 years of business. And this is what happened. I understood that the number needed to be congruent with what felt good in my heart. I was giving too much. I don't know if this might be you, but I was giving too much, and I was just feeling burnout. I knew my service. I knew my commitment. I knew my material. Those 3 elements were real, were good, were successful, were effective. But I was not understanding that I was draining my energy by wanting to do too much instead of, in this moment in time, adjusting my business to my reality. In this moment in time, I needed to take care of me, Carolina. I needed to be the Reiki teacher that took care of herself first so she could take care of others, even in a more effective way. So by the fourth day, I was able to do so much because I arrived to this program paying a very easy monthly fee, but with a mindset, with a heart, with a thirst and a hunger of being part of a program that actually is worth, oh my God, 10 times more. So if you arrive to this program knowing that you will be able to pay a very easy monthly fee, but you need to arrive to this program knowing that what you can take out of it is as if you were doing a program of $30,000 a month, of $10,000 a month, of $5,000 a month. When you arrive with that amount of commitment, of excitement, and when I got here, I had zero energy, zero excitement, but I knew that I couldn't afford to stay where I was in my heart and in my business, in my soul and in my life. So in just 4 days, I was able to create the highest paying client at that moment. And then from there, it's only been 3 months. And I want to share with you, because this is the thing. I don't know how many of you are out there having the best time of your life in your business, and you might be feeling lonely because you need to talk to people that get it, that get you, that know that your business has a soul and that your soul has a business, and they both need to be congruent. But some of you that might be hearing me, and this is why I'm sending this message in a bottle. As a Caribbean, my mind always goes to the ocean. When I arrived to this program 3 months ago, I was feeling like if I was terrified, frozen, tired, exhausted. My faith was starting to slip away because my personal life was impacted greatly with my mom's illness. It was at that moment that when I looked around, I felt like I was in the middle of a dark ocean at night, terrified, touching stuff that I couldn't see, not knowing where to swim, knowing that the shore might be close, but I couldn't see it anymore. I got lost. When I arrived to the Soulful Success program, it was like a beam of light was turned on. A fire was lit. It was, oh my God, the fire was burning at the shore and I could see it. The beam of light was right there guiding me. And this light was Allison's Crow coaching for my life and for my business, but most of all, for the soul of my business and the soul of my life. Slowly, in 3 months, oh my God. And I'm saying slowly because it was fast, but it felt I was able to reclaim a rhythm that was healthy, that was most of all fun. Oh my God, I've had so much fucking fun the last 3 months creating a business again from what I had. Reordering, rethinking, revisiting what I had in front of me. And I was able to create something that I was able to love again. As I was feeling lost in the beginning, in just 4 days, I started to see the shore, to see the light. It was closer and closer. And this is the secret sauce that I'm going to share with you. Once you arrive to the calls, if you go live, if you enter to the calls live, that's beautiful. But every time you cannot get to the call live, and there are so many calls during a week that, let me tell you something, you're just bullshitting yourself or sabotaging yourself if you don't get to one of those calls. But when you cannot get to one of the so many weekly calls we have, so many monthly calls we have, do arrive to the recording. It is so easy to access. It is so easy to find. It is so clear the directions of where to find stuff inside the program, which for me it's always an issue because I want to find things easily. And on top of the calls, oh my God, I had the surprise that in the first week I was able to access videos from other months, from other classes, a whole video library where so many of my questions could be answered. In 4 days, I created the highest paying client at that moment in my business. And in 3 months, my sales have increased in 108%. That means that I have sold in 3 months $7,697 more than any other quarter in this year. And my sales, my payments have increased in a 412% for each sale, meaning that in the last 3 months, I was able to revisit my invitation to my clients, to my students, to my audience. I was able to invite them to invest in me in a congruent way with what the service, what the commitment, what I was giving them. And it started to be fun. And now I was not feeling burnout. I was feeling excited. I was feeling like a fiesta in each of the calls that I was having with my clients. In 3 months, I have finally been able to focus on the love of my life. In my case, at this moment, was coming back to my one-on-ones in a way that was effective for my business and for my personal life. I was able to create a calendar that started to make sense because my calendar, when I arrived here, the first instruction I got from Allison was, take a fucking nap. After the first week of fighting with take a fucking nap, but taking the nap, because this is the second secret sauce I'm going to add to this message in a bottle that I'm sharing with you. If you're outside, swimming scared, burnout, totally lost in a dark ocean at night, this is the message in a bottle for you. And the second message that goes to you is, be fucking coachable. Once you invest, once you know that you cannot afford to be doing business in the way you were doing it, or to be doing life in the way you were doing it, allow it. Allow the coaching to really be welcome inside your heart and your mind. So when I was being coached in the calls, I was being coached in the videos, I was being coached by others that sometimes in some of those calls, there is an other expert in one field that I was asking information from. And because Allison is such a great leader, she allows us to become a better leader in our own communities by learning to be a leader inside the Soulies group, the Soulful Success Program. Do remain coachable. First, sauce, arrive to this group with the commitment, with the thirst and the hunger of an investment that even though it's a very easy monthly investment, you should take it as seriously as if you were paying $10,000 a month. Arrive to the calls or to the recording and remain coachable so that you really do something with what you are learning. You're not just observing, hearing. Man, do something with it. You know why? Because in 3 months, after being frozen because my life took a turn that I couldn't digest. Allison doesn't know this, but when I arrived, my soul was lost. My heart was broken. I could not digest that as a Reiki mentor to so many. I couldn't change the reality of what was happening with my mom. I was many miles away. She lives in Puerto Rico and I live in Texas. And I needed a family, but a family that understood my entrepreneurship, a family that understood my spiritual side. And I found that in the Soulful Success Program. So the only thing that I can add to this message in a bottle, for those of you swimming at night, lost, scared, burnout, heartbroken, not wanting to prostitute your business, not wanting to dilute your message, not wanting to give away your magic for an incongruent investment. Arrive, swim, knock on the door at Allison's Crow Soulful Success Program. You have a full family, a beautiful big family of international souls, people that are in different places in the planet, being part of this incredible program, wanting what you're wanting, feeling what you're feeling. And finally, once you enter, you will look ahead and you will feel, you will see, you will hear a fiesta of soulies at the shore, screaming, applauding, cheering you on so you can arrive to the shore again, safe and sound, so you can recharge your energy, you can rest your body, you can expand your mind, you can enlarge your vision, you can update your perspective, you can heal your perception of what life and business is. We are all at the shore waiting for you. We have the fire burning so you can find us. The only thing you need to do is knock on that door so Allison can open the door for you too. Oh my God. This message in the bottom is signed off by Carolina Perez, a Soli, a Caribbean, a mother, a queen bee of her house, a hive to her audience, the magic creator for those that have lost magic in their life, a spiritual guide for those that need a daily practice to remember who they are, a Reiki teacher that brings people closer to the essence of who they are. This message is signed off by a Soli named Carolina Perez, your energy coach. I am waiting at the shore for you with so many. See you really, really soon, because life is a fiesta and we are waiting for you. You are invited. We are waiting for you to arrive. See you soon, future Soli.
As always, thanks for listening. Totally appreciate you thinking about somebody who might really love this episode and you sharing it with them. Also, I always appreciate your reviews. It's like podcast currency. It's like a tip in the jar saying thanks. And finally, if you want to share on social media, a screenshot or any insights you get from listening to this episode, I will totally respond. You can share with the hashtag Better Life, Better Work Show. This show is sponsored by my 3 rescued dogs, Leroy Brown, Clementine, and Rocky Potato. They're here to remind you to consider adoption when you get your next pet. More is not better, better is better.